Hi guys, welcome to episode 27 of Mandy Pinecone Crafts. Today is Thursday, January 5th. Happy New Year to everybody. I'm Mandy, your host. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Mandy Pinecone. And we've got a lot to talk about. I've got whips, finished objects, some things that I gifts that I got, and then my plans for winter camp. So that will be at the end, and then there's also the running through giveaway to draw for. So let's get started with finished objects. I'm going to be reaching a lot because I've got a cart sitting right here with everything on it. The first finished object I don't have to actually show you. I will put a picture in the episode thread. It is the Peanut Vest by Tin Can Knits. It's out of... It's not 9 Months in Knitting, their other one, Max and Somebody. Yeah. Bad podcaster. I don't remember where it's out of, which pattern collection, but it is this cute vest that has Fair Isle around the body of it. It got knit out of Knit Picks Brava. In the main color was the Dove Heather, and the color work was done in Cornflower. This was for a coworker that is actually due early March, but her last day at work was the 30th, and I was she let me know right before, like 22nd, 23rd, oh, by the way, my last day is the 30th, so I wanted to get something quick and easy knit for her. She's having a little boy, so it was a perfect thing. And I wasn't able to give it to her, so I left it with my HR manager, which is also pregnant. And from what I heard, there was a lot of squeaking and throughout the building because it was so adorable. So there's that. My only other FOs are blanket squares. I ended up doing 28 in the month of December. So from when I recorded with After Hour Knits, there is I finished this one, which is Knit Picks Hawthorne. This here is Knit Picks Felici in the Rainbow. This is Patton's Croy Green Stripe. This is another Knit Picks Hawthorne Alamedia. I did this square also, which is Night Owl Fibers, My Favorite Things. These are all from this row here, and then this row here were all from Tanya. So this is actually a mini from the socks I knit her earlier last year. And then this is Knit Picks Palette, and then this is Regia Floramania 7184. Let's go, yes, this way. You've got Knit Picks Stroll Blue Topaz, a Knit Picks Hawthorne I can't speak. Cornidalia? Concordia. This is Heart and Soul by Red Heart in their Worn Denim. And then this one here is another Knit Picks Hawthorne. And then The next ones were from Smokey Joe on Ravelry. It's from a swap I did in 2014 in the Minerva Turkey podcast. So I've got Ripples, Crass, Reliable Sock in the Rings of Boulder. This one was Knit Easy, UK Deeply Wicked Fragments in the Lemonade. This one here was Abstract, Cat, and MCN. This one had, I lost the label for, so it's an unknown. And this one was Five Moons. I don't remember the colorway. And then this one here, these are my first 4 this year. This one here is from Erin of Bling Your String. I did a swap with in the Cupcake Yarns group with her the summer of 2014 or 2015. We're in 17 now. So this is I know what the color, I know what it is and I can't think of it. Something lace. So I still have today's square to put in. I am trying to see do a square day. Sarah of the Canadian Knitter, myself and Lynn of Two Tangle Skeins are actually having a contest between the 3 of us to see who can put the most blanket squares in their blankets in 2017. So I've actually been able to keep up with a square day. I'll put another one of Erin's in tonight, if not a couple more. But we will see how many I get done today, because I where did the we'll see on that. Then so let's jump into WIPs. Let's start with the one you guys have seen. This is the Gramps cardigan by Tin Can Knits. It is out of Asphalt. They're Bravo worsted in Asphalt, Heather, and then what was the other label? Surfium is the grayish brown down here. I finished a sleeve, got one sleeve, I'm on, I think, decreases, and then I need to do the button band pockets and elbow patches for this. Those are all, I'm almost done with the Asphalt, which I'm glad. I'm not enjoying the black, but that's what I had. This is living in my coffee bag, and the top of it says today's good mood is brought to you by sponsored by coffee. And so is the Needle Keeper matches, because you need coffee to deal with little kids. At least I do. And this is another one of the baby knits that I need to get done sooner than later. I'm missing a bag. Where did that end up? One sec. Okay, next project, now that I found the bag. Living in my princess bag that I made, it's a little box bag, is my birthday stocks. I've cast them on for our New Year's Eve cast on for winter camp. I've got one done with the heel, and have casted on the like 4 rows of the toe on the other one. My goal is to have these done by Monday. The color is actually The yarn is a test skein for Christia Fiber Stash. It is an MCN base that she is thinking of carrying, and feel alone, I'm trying to convince her, because it is, oh my god, soft, and yeah, and the color of this is actually Princess Mandy. This yarn takes the dye so much smaller or lighter, because this is the skein that I picked up. So it looks actually nothing like this, because the lighter pinks are actually showing up pale, and that is, I like the difference in that. So this sock, when I weighed it last night, is actually 27 grams, because if you're part of winter camp, you know if you get over 50 grams, you get the 50 gram points plus the extra. So I had got almost ready to cast off, weighed the sock, I was at 22 grams. So I had to pull out my ribbing and then knit up. So this is today's project, after I clean the crafter, because that is a pile of craziness there. That is actually it for whips. I haven't touched any of my cross stitching, things like that. Okay, let's do let's get rid of half this stuff. Let's do stash next, and then I'll go into my plans for winter camp. When I got to the sleeves of the Gramps cardigan, I had to actually run to my LYS to pick up another signed copy of a book, because my husband decided his other boss's kids needed a copy. So it meant I had to go to the LYS, and I decided I needed some DPNs because I'm sick of magic looping like sleeves and the tops of hats, because that's what seemed I was knitting at that point. And I just have coffee in my cup, and my cup says, "I drink coffee for your protection." So I ended up picking up a 5 and a 4, a 6, and a 7. These are all Haya sharps. At some point I'll end up with everything from 0s up to probably the 7s. I very rarely use an 8 or 9, because I'm a loose knitter. My socks are actually knit at 60 stitches, knit on a size 1. And my blanket is done on 1.5 DPNs, and then the Gramps cardigan is knit on size 5s and 4s. I knew I was forgetting something. So there was that, and then I got a couple packages in the mail from different people. The first one being my Christmas package from Dawn from Cupcake Yarns. I've still got to mail hers. I've got to finish up a couple things for her and her kids before I can actually mail it. My plan, Dawn, is to get it, spend Monday or Tuesday next week working on getting that package in the mail to you. I'm sorry. So her package had, which I showed on Instagram, an Ariel cup, and this is the last one in my, what is it called? It's the Disney Fashion Morning Cups, and this one says, "Once I wake up, I'll be part of your world." I've got a different cup from different people that these are park exclusive cups. You can get them on Amazon, but they're almost twice the price as you buy in the park. So there's that cup, and she's a big Ariel fan, so I saved the Ariel cup for when she went to the last. She sent me, she knows I love different ornaments for my tree, so she sent me a pink cupcake that actually did end up on my tree. I took the tree down yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Because it was sitting in the corner I'm sitting in. And the other thing that the other Disney character she really loves is Tinkerbell. So she sent me a Tinkerbell needle minder from Nessa's Needle Minders. This, I think it's a this pink charm from My Beautiful Mess. It uses a zipper pull. And it's My Beautiful Mess on Etsy. And it's cute. It looks like it's breast cancer awareness. It's got the bow and then pink stones, gems, whatever. But it's pretty. I like it. It will go on one of my bags. And then she sent me a skein of her sparkle base. This is Snowbird. These are going to be my Christmas socks for next year. I am casting on my Christmas socks as soon as the first item for Christmas comes into the store. And then she also sent me a Bling Your String bag that has fun little animals. And then it also has a snowflake zipper pull. And there was also a pen that had Jingle Bells on it, which is sitting at work because it drove my husband nuts for me playing it with it here. I had it in my pocket 23rd and 24th because I worked the whole holiday weekend. Both holiday weekends. We did have Christmas Day off. It was a slow holiday. It's one of the 2 holidays a year that actually our store is closed. So that is nice. And then I got a package from Sina, which is Crafty Yarnaholic on Instagram and Ravelry. She had said to Sarah she was going to donate a cup for winter camp, and when I heard what the cup was, I'd asked her if I could get one too, and I'd do a swap with her. So I sent her a package, and it says Keep Calm, Winter Camp 2017 is coming. This came in New Year's Eve because I got the cup right in time for New Year's Eve cast on. So this will actually end up being my work mug because she ended up using vinyl on the letters, and the winter camp, the light blue here, actually is glitter. It's not good. Oh, it is gonna show. And the snowflakes are sparkle. So there's that. That will go back to work. She sent minis. Minis are always handy. And then there are a bunch of teas from different places. I've got a peach from Germany, a raspberry mint herb from Germany. This was a jasmine, I think, from China. I lost the label off it. I don't remember. This is another one. I'm missing the label. And then I've got a Winterberg fruit tea from Germany. Zena is actually originally from Germany. And then she'd also sent a lovely bag that matches the mug. My socks actually were living in here until I figured out what the color for they were, and then they had to be moved to a princess bag because, hello, you gotta put princess in princess bags. The last stash piece that I have is something that came in the mail yesterday. I'd gone out to the mailbox, opened my front door to grab the mail. There was a package. My husband had walked in from like the other room, and had asked, what did I order now? I told him I didn't order anything. I had no clue what was in the box. It was addressed to him. So we ended up opening it, and we had ended up sending a really nice Christmas package to his boss, his wife, and kids. He works for an internet company, so he works from home. So we don't live anywhere near his boss. So what his boss's wife found on Amazon was the Disney Princess crochet. I've got a copy of this already. We didn't let her know that because her reply to me was, I saw it and thought of you, so I had to send it, which is they've got a 8-month-old, and at some point in the spring we're all going to actually go down to DC where they are located, and have a meetup of everybody in the company, because everybody lives really coast to coast. There's people in Michigan, out on the west coast, Florida, so like literally from Vermont to Florida, DC to some places in California, literally the whole country. So they're gonna plan a meetup in the spring in DC. So I'm gonna actually do a couple of the princesses for his daughter, and then probably do a couple. I've got the Star Wars kit also, and do a couple of the Star Wars pieces for their son. So there's that. So my plans for winter camp, I've got a couple things planned for winter camp. Let's start with, if you're not sure what winter camp is, it is a 3-month knit along that Sarah the Canadian Knitter is putting on over on Ravelry. It is a really fun knit along, and it's points based. So for every 50 grams you get a set point depending on what weight of yarn you're using. And then there are bonus points for designer, object, and color. So for January it's blue, purple, white for colors, hats, and then there's some featured designers, Laura Ayler being one of them. So I actually want to knit her fox point hat out of Knit Picks Brava worsted. It's a 3-color hat, so I'm going to actually knit it for my uncle. I think it's either my aunt or uncle, using these 3 colors. This is the Solstice, Peapod, and Silver. They are big Seahawks fans. So I'm knitting the 3 hats out of that for them. Those were supposed to be Christmas gifts, but didn't get done in time, so as long as the goal is to have those done by the end of the month, along with the Playdate cardigan by Tin Can Knits, which I'm going to knit out of the same 3 colors in Brava, but this is the Sport. And do a stripe pattern because they are having a little boy the middle of March, and that's living in a baby drawstring bag that I actually just made. The inside of it it's actually reversible, and the inside has pink elephants, so depending on if I'm knitting for a little boy or girl, I can switch it around. That's the third baby gift I'm doing. The fourth is living in a Tangled Skein CA bag. It's also Knit Picks Brava Sport, and it is in the lady slipper, and I think this is Cotton Candy. Yes. And I'm gonna do the Snowflake cardigan by Tin Can Knits, and I think that one's out of the Pacific Northwest book, but it's a cute lace, has a lace top and then a stockinette body, so I think I'm gonna do it this way. And that is going to be for my HR manager at work. So there's that. And then I ripped out my TARDIS shawl that I was I had like 5 of the first repeat done. So I'm going to recast that on, and that is getting knit out of Fiber Stash Twinkle Toes in the TARDIS Blue colorway. What is I didn't write down the pattern. It's a lace shawl that has a top and then TARDISes around the bottom. I'm also another Bling Your String bag. This one has Snow White or 7 Dwarfs on it. I am going to, for the month of March, I know one of the featured designers is Boston Jen, so I'm going to knit the Ayla Grace shawl out of some Fiber Stash Twinkle Toes. This is colorway 84 for my aunt that lives in Florida. And she's one of the ones that got me hooked on Disney, so that's why it's in the 7 Dwarfs, plus the blue goes with the blue. And then, sorry about the reaching. We are doing part of winter camp. We are doing what we're calling the Black Diamond event. It is to knit anything over 700 yards. So I want to take and knit, I think it's a Lush, I'm leaning towards a Lush cardigan, out of this lovely Malabrigo Arroyo in the Plomo color, which is, I've got 3 skeins of this, and it's 335 yards each. So that's more enough yardage to get me that sweater. And then that is all I've got planned so far. As things come up, I will show you guys that. The last thing I've got to do is draw for the Follow Your Running Through socks pattern. So there was, lock the thread, there's 7 posts, so I'm going to do random.org 2 through 7, and the winner is number 5, and entry 5 was Sophia Chinchula. Sophie, I think it's get a hold of me, and I will gift you the or it's actually Susan. Her first name is Susan, so Susan, get a hold of me, and I will gift you the pattern. The pattern, if you haven't seen it, is a nice pattern that works for both self-striping and variegated. I did a pair out, I test knit the pattern for Brandy Eat My Yarns, using my sock blank from Fiber Stash. And the socks, I love how the socks and pattern played out. So if you haven't bought the pattern, go grab it. It's I think it's only $2.50. So there's that. That's really all I have for you guys. If you have comments, questions, feel free to shoot me a message or comment on YouTube, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Have a good day. Bye.